This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I am so pleased to have Ted and Marion Outerbridge here with me again. I just love having talks with you. I learned so much about the hometown I've lived in for over 60 years, and you've been here for 5 years of that. I keep
Exactly
learning more.
5 years.
Yeah. And exactly 5 years?
November 30th is when we moved. A little longer now than 5 years, but on November 30th in 2018 was our moving day.
Yeah, and I love the story. I'm going to ask you again about when you arrived in Smith Falls. What was the...
Yes, so the first time we rolled into Smith Falls to look at a few houses, and we needed to use the facilities. So we went to Tim Hortons, and a teenage boy held the door open for us at Tim Hortons. And that blew our mind, because we were coming from Montreal, where that type of good manners isn't as common.
And if that family, or if he's watching, I'd thank you very much.
Where are you?
Yeah, unfortunately we don't know who he was, and it was just a teenage kid. But it was awesome.
Makes a difference.
That was
it
our
makes
first
a huge
impression.
difference.
And then we kept meeting awesome people.
Yeah. From the first second on, like we met Pauline Unger, who showed us the first few homes, and then a couple other people, and everybody was friendly.
Arnold.
Yeah, Bob Arnold,
realtor.
Yeah, loved him, and it's just amazing how nice people are here in this town.
And I mean, you've got the Keyhole House too, and you've built a whole show on it, and you've traveled all over almost Eastern Ontario this past year. You're going to be moving. You're already booked up for next year as well.
Yeah, next we have New Year's Eve 2024 in Oakville. We have 2 performances in Oakville with Mysteries of the Keyhole House. So we're spreading the word about the house and the Smith Falls
My goodness.
all over the province.
My goodness, yes. Everybody's going to know about Smith Falls and our Keyhole
That's correct.
House too. That's right.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, you've got a show going on between Christmas and New Year's as well.
Yes.
Too. You've been invited to Ottawa.
Yes, the Ottawa Little Theatre, which is a gorgeous 400-seat venue, invited us to perform there. So Boxing Day, the 26th of December, until New Year's Eve, the 31st of December, we're playing the Ottawa Little Theatre with the show that was born here in Smith Falls, Outerbridge, Mysteries of the Keyhole House.
That's right. And you've got some more connections you're going to be revealing that night as well, too.
Yes,
to the
they
Keyhole
don't
House.
stop. They
Yes,
do
they
not
don't
stop.
I know. It's amazing. We were talking before we started taping. Some of this stuff you're finding, and some of the stuff is, intentional. People have signed things and everything. But it seems almost weekly you're finding something new about the house that's connected to, we're going to talk about a prime minister, actually.
That's right.
Yeah.
We were just at Bytown Museum in Ottawa talking about this. In 1903, Robert Brodie became owner of the Keyhole House. And Robert Brodie was a friend of one of the Canadian prime ministers. Do you know who that is?
That would be Sir Wilfrid Laurier.
Yes. He was quite the prime minister. He's on our $5 bill. And so what I've learned is that Robert Brodie was friends with Sir Wilfrid Laurier, but he was also friends with another prime minister, and it inspired a piece of magic. So check this out. Here's our $5 bill turning into a nice red $50 bill, and on the front of that 50 is William Lyon Mackenzie King. So Robert Brodie nominated Mackenzie King as Liberal leader, and 1 year later, he was Prime Minister of Canada. All thanks to Robert Brodie.
Wow. Who lived in your Keyhole
Robert
House.
Brodie lived at the Keyhole House.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we know he was friends with Sir Wilfrid Laurier and Mackenzie King, so maybe these 2 prime ministers dropped in for dinner at the Keyhole House.
Who knows?
We don't know.
But
we do know that this prime minister, Mackenzie King, used to visit Smith Falls on a regular basis because he was into spiritualism. He was a huge fan, and he used to visit Frances Fitzgerald. She was living at 42 Aberdeen Street. She was a fortune teller, and Mackenzie King used to visit Frances Fitzgerald. And he kept detailed diaries, and so that's how we know he used to visit Frances Fitzgerald.
Now that's just one of the many illusions you're going to be doing, the tricks you're going to be doing.
Yes, no, we have some grand illusion in the show, floating, disappearing. We have a ghost in the show who disappears and reappears.
And a reenactment of a Victorian seance like Mackenzie King would have experienced at its time. So, but it is a reenactment.
Yeah.
It's not real.
But it's still kind of creepy.
Yes.
It's a family-friendly show.
Oh, absolutely, of all ages. So
And
we're really happy.
How do people get tickets to this?
Yes.
Oh, yes, we should have spoken about that. So you can buy them on Eventbrite, outerbridge.eventbrite.com. That will take you to a page where you can buy tickets to the show.
Excellent,
Eventbrite.
excellent.
Yeah.
And that's between Christmas and New Year's?
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
And
And we
make-
also have a box office. And if you call this phone number, 613-430-4626, you can buy tickets over the phone.
Yes,
All right.
and
Yeah.
it makes a great stocking stuffer
That-
over
it's
the holiday.
wonderful, great timing.
Yes.
Great timing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes,
Family
you know,
activity.
Yes,
Family
and it is.
activity.
It's
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
friendly.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes,
Yeah,
it will
'cause
be great
I've
fun.
been to a few of your shows too, and you get a lot of people in the audience
Yeah.
involved, and some of the children sometimes too. So
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, with audience
There's,
participation.
One of the really magical moments in the show involves our ghost and a handkerchief, which is dancing.
Yeah.
And the ghost brings this handkerchief that's dancing into the audience, and one of the children in the audience ends up holding a bottle with
Yes.
this handkerchief dancing, and it's really enchanting.
it's
Yes.
amazing. It's
and
amazing.
magical. It feels magical.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now you've brought a can of beer,
Yes.
a lager with you.
So 4 Degrees Brewing, right across the street at Settlers Ridge. Last summer, they created this beer in honor of the Keyhole House. And the beer is called the Keyhole House. It's a lager, and I have tested it myself. It's very good. I approve, highly recommended. So apparently it was the best-selling beer over at 4 Degrees last summer. They completely sold out,
Wow.
and they just brewed up a new batch of beer just in time for the holidays. So if you're looking for a stocking stuffer,
Another stocking
know.
stuffer.
a six-pack of the Keyhole House Lager is a great gift idea.
And it actually has a picture of your house on the front.
Yep,
Correct,
the
it
house is right
does.
here. Our ghost is standing in the keyhole.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlock the history and mystery. So it's a very fine beer.
Excellent.
And brewed right here in Smiths Falls.
Excellent. Now,
Very
I
exciting.
had the privilege of seeing you at the Heritage House Museum too. You spoke about more mysteries and memories of our Smith Falls. It was the Ottawa
Yeah,
Historical
the Historical
Society.
Society of Ottawa, the oldest historical society in Ottawa, came to Smiths Falls to visit the museum, have a tour of the museum. Aidan did an amazing job with the tour.
Yes, he's amazing.
And then we all sat down, and Marion and I delivered a 1-hour PowerPoint presentation talking about the history of Smiths Falls, but the Keyhole House.
All Keyhole House related.
Yeah.
That's right, that's right.
absolutely.
And then Marion and I ran off to the vault with them, and we had an afternoon cup of tea and or beer at the vault, and we hung out with them. And they've now invited us to go present
Oh, and we
the
checked out
same
the Christmas market.
presentation.
Yes.
As
Yeah,
well,
Christmas
which was
market.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That was
yes.
wonderful, yes.
And I got
So-
my first picture with Santa taken.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
we're invited to Ottawa now. We're going to deliver the talk in Ottawa.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And they were really impressed with the town. A lot of people hadn't been here in years, and they just loved it. They had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Oh, so pleased.
And Jay Brennan was there too. He welcomed everyone. That was really nice of him, Councillor
Yeah.
Brennan.
Now, part of your presentation too, you had pictures of somebody obviously took pictures of a parade from the other side of the street of your house.
Right.
Yes.
And we're going to put a call out here too. If anybody's got pictures over time,
Yeah.
you know, of the Keyhole
Oh.
House, of parades going by or whatever,
Please.
you know.
We're
please.
looking for old pictures
yes.
of the Keyhole House, either the exterior or the interior. The oldest one we have is from 1975, I think. Eloise Willard's parents took the picture
Yeah.
way back in 1975. And so that's the oldest picture we have of the house, and we would love to get some older photos of the
If
house.
anybody's got pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let
we
you know.
are in search. So that
Yeah.
would be wonderful.
Excellent, excellent. Now, did you see? I know you saw because you made comments on it, and you probably went over to the Heritage House Museum. Somebody during the pumpkin carving contest.
Wasn't that so sweet? The girl came trick or treating.
Yeah.
We had no idea because we were just busy and returning from our shows in Sarnia and Aurelia. And so this girl comes trick or treating and she goes, I actually carved your house. We were like, what? So we went straight to the site and she did an amazing
Wasn't
job.
that amazing?
Yeah,
Amazing
it was a
Carved
real
your
job.
house into a
Yeah,
pumpkin.
Excellent
yeah. And I
image of
just
the
had said to
Keyhole
Ted,
House.
I
Yeah.
should try to carve the house, but it was already done. So it was beautiful.
Oh, and she came to visit you. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
she did.
Yes.
She came
No,
trick-or-treating.
bravo. That was
Bravo.
a
Good for her.
masterpiece.
Yeah,
It was
definitely.
Yes, we voted for her. For
Yes.
her puppy.
We did.
Many people did.
A little biased, I
But
guess,
the blue
but we
truck
totally.
was the winner, and
Yes.
it was adorable.
Yeah,
It was
great,
well
too.
deserved.
Yes.
Well deserved. The blue
Yeah.
truck was amazing.
Well,
But
once
yeah.
again, another great event put on
Yeah.
by the Heritage
Oh,
House. Museum.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Amazing
yeah.
things.
So let's say your dates and how to get tickets once more time.
Yes, December 26th to 31st,
Mm-hmm.
and you can call Eventbrite, or you can go to Eventbrite on the internet, outerbridge.eventbrite.com, outerbridge.eventbrite.com, or you can phone 613-430-4626. That's the box office for our show.
And Marion, you're a guest speaker at the Rotary Ladies Night in January as
Yes,
well.
on January 31st, I'm extremely honored and excited to be asked, and I will be talking about my life as a professional dancer and teacher. I was the first West German girl being accepted in Moscow at the state school, where I received my certificate for ballet master, so I could work with professional dancers. And it was the old Bolshoi school where I studied,
Wow.
so it was pretty amazing. It was a great experience. I studied professionally at a state school in Holland, so where I got my degree as a teacher for ballet, character dance, and jazz. And I love working with professionals or children that have in mind a professional career and that are focused. And
Wonderful.
yeah, I just love that. So
Another event we're looking forward to here in
Yes.
Smith Falls too. So
thank
I won't
you.
be speaking at that event, but I will be serving. I will be a
Ted will
waiter.
be one of the
I will be
servers.
serving.
You'll be
So
there
if you're
supporting
I will
you as
bring
well.
dinner.
supporting
Yeah.
and run my
Yeah.
PowerPoint presentation.
Right.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful. So we've got Marion Ladies Night. When tickets
Yes.
are available, you can go on to Facebook and
Correct.
yeah,
Yes, yes, yeah.
and find tickets there. And once again, we can get tickets to your show
Yeah.
Yes.
at Eventbrite. And there's a phone number you said.
Right.
And to call that, and that's a great stocking stuffer. Great present for Christmas time too, once again.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think it will be a lot of fun, and we're super excited.
That's right. Begins December 26th, the day after Christmas too. So
Yeah, 7:30 p.m. showtimes, except on New Year's Eve, it's a matinee at 3 o'clock.
at the Ottawa Little Theatre.
Yes.
That's
Beautiful
wonderful.
venue.
Then
Yes.
you're going to be changing $5 bills into $50 bills.
And
and-
more.
and
And
Many.
a
More
lot
amazing.
more. Yeah.
Bigger,
You know,
more grand illusion.
Oh,
Yeah.
People
wonderful.
disappearing and reappearing.
yeah, yeah. I will be making Ted float. I think that's pretty
Yes,
spectacular.
Oh, wow.
I'll be
Ted will be
levitating.
floating.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Right there. Spectacular.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Oh,
Once again,
thank
Ted and
you.
Marion Outerbridge from Smith Falls from the Keyhole House, Mysteries of the Keyhole House. Thanks for
Thank
joining
you,
us.
Kathy.
Thank
yes.
you.